All right, so I thought I would, someone asked me the other day what made me leave the Democratic Party. And so I thought I would tell you this. So I was very, very active in the Democratic Party when Wellstone and I can't think of his name right now, were in office. And I still remain very active in the Democratic Party up until about probably when I moved back to Minnesota, 2012, maybe 2013. I decided that I wasn't happy with what was going on in the Democratic Party, and I know I have cousins who will basically disown me, which is fine, because you know what, you can either do your own research or you can keep believing that the Democratic Party are not demons. I'm just saying. So you have to stop one day and look at your morals. Look at your moral compass. And I was not happy with my morals anymore in the Democratic Party. They made me hate people that weren't worth hating. Anybody who believed in God or trusted the Bible or trusted history per se, were not to be trusted. And that's sad because, you know, I grew up in the Catholic Church and my dad was never deemed a Democrat, a Republican. He was an independent. And so I guess I take in his footsteps in that respect now. I do research. I look at what's been done, what's been said. And I may not like a candidate, but I am always going to pick the lesser of two evils. And so when I switched, I realized that when they were telling me that the Bible wasn't true, that law and order wasn't important, police officers weren't important, I started researching not just candidates, but I went back in history. And so if you do your history, and I mean real history, not this, let's see what Black history is, because Black history is not just history. It's Black history. You have to look at history as a whole. Black, white, purple, green, orange, yellow, red. I don't care what color your skin is. It's all history. It's all American history. It's what makes America great. So, as many of you know, and many of you believe, George Washington was the first president. He was not. I want you to look that up, because he was not the first U.S. president. I'm not going to tell you who it is, because I want you to do research. Then you have when the Emancipation Proclamation was given, was by President Lincoln, who, by the way, was a Republican, and who, by the way, fought against the Democrats who wanted to keep the blacks and all those other people that weren't black slaves if they could. So look that up. The Emancipation Proclamation and how that took shape. Then he was assassinated by a Democrat. So look him up too. His name was Booth. Look him up. He was a Democrat. Then you have President Lincoln, who was a declared Democrat, but was truly, I believe, an independent, because he wanted everyone to have equal rights. Now, did he get to do that? No, that was Johnson. Now, Johnson had an uphill battle, and if you look, if you look at JFK's assassination and who supposedly killed him, it was the Democratic Party. Just saying. So you know, if the Democrats don't like what you're saying or what you want to do, they will kill you. They will unalive you. I don't care how you say it. They will assassinate you. Excuse me, I'm dry. Then you have Reagan, who again had his life attempted at assassination. Why? Because people on the Democratic Party didn't like what he was saying. Then you have Donald Trump. I'm going to jump all the way to Donald Trump. Well, no, let's go back to Clinton. Clinton's first 4 years in office were fine. His second, a bunch of secrets came out. He had an affair with I don't know how many people. He had, and including an intern, and I really didn't think nothing about it, because that's between him and God and him and his wife. And so it was between them. So but that was when I started looking at what does my heart tell me about my morals? Do I think it's okay to assassinate or unalive someone? No. I don't care who the president is. I may not like him, but I would never wish ill on him. As some people have said that the Republican Party wanted to take out Biden. That is so untrue and such propaganda. And if you look at propaganda and where it comes from the Democratic Party. It always has. And it always will. And I know people are going to say, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Yes, I do. And why do I know what I'm talking about? Because I've researched it. So it's time to do research, people. It's time to look at what's real, what's not real. Now, for those who don't like Donald Trump because they just don't like Donald Trump, that's got nothing to do with politics. Hating someone is morally wrong. I don't hate anyone. I never have. Do I dislike people? Of course. But would I wish ill on them? No. So my reason for leaving the Democratic Party had nothing to do with religion. It had everything to do with politics and the way that the Democratic Party is now even trying to silence those of us who are independent or Republicans or conservatives or Catholics that believe in the Bible and in morals. So that's why I left the Democratic Party. Do your research.